Asaduddin Owaisi, Sushil Kumar Modi says that A, the Sharia is not something that should be treated as divine and immutable, that it is there forever. He says there are basic issues on which agreement can be made. He mentioned a few. I'll mention one to you. For example, polygamy. He says it should be very clear under personal laws, only monogamy will be acceptable. It should be uniformly acceptable. It should not be seen as conflict with Muslim personal laws. How do you respond?
First of all, as far as the Sharia law is concerned, we don't need to learn from BJP man. So we know what Sharia is, and if that will be the last day of all of us, if we have to learn what is Sharia according to the BJP people.
No, who should you learn Sharia from then?
See, I don't want to even say that, I don't want, the Orientalists have written a lot about Sharia. They don't know about Sharia. They don't know about the different schools of thought which are prevalent. They don't know what fiqh is. They don't know the jurisprudence anyway. So the second point which Mr. Sushil Modi is not mentioning is that, why is he leaving out the tribals?
I'll come to that.
No, let me know. Now he talks about polygamy. Now, why isn't he not reading that paragraph of 21st Law Commission, wherein he said in paragraph number 2.9 that Muslims have the lowest polygamy or second marriage in the whole of country. And in fact, he went on to say, it is people of religions apart from Islam who have misused this. Thirdly, please remember that our preamble talks about liberty of conscience. Article 25 to 30, which is the fundamental right of our constitution, it talks about principles of diversity and pluralism. The basic structure of our constitution is based upon one nation but many identities. Now, why I say we don't require UCC is because we have Domestic Violence Act, Juvenile Justice Act, Special Marriage Act, Indian Succession Act. You don't want to use it? The religion law, use this, it is there. And may I tell you the Special Marriage Act, look at this, the way the Special Marriage Act is working. Now, if two Muslims get married under Special Marriage Act, the Indian Succession Act will apply. If two Hindus get married under the Special Marriage Act, then the Hindu Succession Act will apply to them. Now, what Mr. Sushil Modi and RSS and BJP are trying to do is they want to bring in a Hindu code bill wherein they will be given exemptions because of their culture. So for them, religion means culture. For me, religion means religion. And apart from that, you take about the whole tribal polygamy. Polygamy exists in tribals also. In fact, there's a polyandry in tribals. You don't want to talk about that. India, now you talk about gender justice, right? Gender justice, what is happening in our country? Half of our, many of our women are out of workforce. Women work 7.2 hours as domestic help and they don't get any amount for that. You talk about gender justice, what about Bilqis Bano? You talk about gender justice, what about rapes which are happening in Manipur? Now, see, these are important questions which the government must answer.
So but you accept that personal laws that conflict with guaranteed rights under the Constitution of India need to be resolved. If there are existing personal laws in Islam that are seen to be not gender friendly enough, why would you not want the Hindu code bill went through this debate in the 1950s? Why should Islam not go through the similar debate?
Do you know Section 5 Hindu Marriage Act? Do you know what is Section 5 Hindu Marriage Act? Please tell me. I want to know from you.
Go ahead.
Now I'm waiting.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
The Hindu Marriage Act Section 5 talked about sapinda relationship. Will you take it off? Will prohibit? No, hold on. You talk about uniformity. Do it. The Haryana BJP government says we'll ban Sagotra marriages. Will you allow? Why don't you allow it? There are Hindu Succession Act, Hindu Adoption Act, so many exemptions are given in the form of culture. I want to know, will the BJP remove all this? Will Hindu Succession Act, Hindu Marriage Act, Hindu Adoption Act, everything has to go. Will that go or not? No, you cannot bring in a Hindu code bill and tell me to accept it, and wherein you give exceptions to yourself. That cannot be. And Raji, please understand, equality and sameness are different things. Kaisa karenge? Aap bole, ye kar denge. Kaisa karenge? How will you do it? Tell me. Why don't you celebrate the pluralism and the diversity which this country has?
If the pluralism, and this is what the 21st Law Commission said, sir, if the pluralism is in conflict with certain fundamental rights guaranteed to citizens, if a woman is being denied perhaps her fundamental rights under a particular aspect of Muslim personal law, as the argument is made when it comes to maintenance.
I will quote you September 12, Times of India, wherein one Gujarati person married second time, his second wife was taken away from him. He goes to the Supreme Court, and the Honorable Chief Justice of India says, orders an inquiry, and after coming to know that it is cruelty, the second wife goes back to his wife, to the husband. There are cases in Supreme Court and High Court wherein a wife refused to give tea to her husband. A wife refused to serve her in-laws, and it was ground of cruelty for divorce. That is not the case in Islam. My wife has no right, my wife is not obliged, or she's not under any obligation to serve my parents or to even make me a cup of tea. Now here you have, so let us talk about the whole gambit. Why are you excluding the Hindu Marriage Act, the Hindu Succession Act, the Hindu Adoption Act, the Hindu Inheritance Act? And moreover, Article 371 A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, will that be removed or not? If Mr. Sushil Modi has gone on record and said that the tribal should be excluded, then what will 44 is throughout the Union Territory? If that is the case, then what is the Article 1 of our Constitution?
Okay.
Then you're not going to have a law you're going to have a law only to control Muslims.